Hello, and welcome to today's lesson. And basically what I'm titling it is Don't Forget the Arcs, because what we're focusing on right here is the squirrel rig. And right now I have him animated turning his head. And actually, if I can go full screen, one thing you notice, like if you watch an animated film, whenever some character turns his head, it's never like this. There's always an arc to it. So it goes a slight angle this way or a slight angle over, under, whichever one, and it just adds more personality to it. Like if something is surprise, then that's not much, but then, all for the sake of slight exaggeration. So what we are doing right now is adding that to our character, and right now I have him turning his head, and if I was to select this controller right here, you can see it in the graph editor right here. Especially if you go to the rotation, especially the the X rotation right here, you notice how the more you move this, the more he turns his head. And so if I push play, it goes like that. And if you want to exaggerate it a little bit more, make it a little bit more noticeable, you just take this, you go to this frame right here, 30, where his head is at its lowest, and just angle this down a little bit more. And you might even also adjust some of the translation as well, because you notice his mouth, his teeth are sort of impacting, sort of penetrating his midsection a little bit. So let's see how it looks right now. There we go. Yeah, that looks good, I think. And also, if you wanted it to come to a little bit more of a relaxed stop, like right now, when he finishes his head turn, it's kind of like he kind of hits a wall a little bit. So if you want to have him sort of ease into it a little bit more, you do this right here. Just add like another key, maybe go, I'd say, right now it starts at 36, say make it go to like 40, something like that. And you just select the rotation keys right here. And you can hit key selected, or of course you can just take one of the controllers and move it if you have auto key selected, which is right here. I always have that selected whenever I'm animating something. And but then if you go right here and just move this a little bit right here, and do it with all the rotation. Let's see, maybe even to clean it up even more, maybe add some to the transition as well. So let's see. Yep. There we go. Let's see how it looks right now. And something else you can do is go to the show category, which is right here. And that's where you can select what is visible and what is not. So in this case, we have the nerves curves, which are the controls, and the polygons, which is the squirrel. Those are both visible. So if you wanted to just look at that, you turn off the nerves curves and make the controls invisible. See how it looks. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That looks good, I think. If I do say so. It's only me, but I think it's good. And yeah, this way, like I said, right now the head turn eases into it a little bit more. I think looks a little bit more natural. And you might also notice that I've adjusted other parts of his body, like the midsection and his tail and everything, so that's one thing you definitely want to keep in mind. You don't just do one move. You want to make sure everything else in the rig is moving along with it. And so right now, I think right now this is looking pretty good. And the graph editor is really a major advantage when it comes to adjusting keyframes and adjusting animation and everything. And the way that you find that, here, let me just turn these back on again so you can controls. But if you were looking for the graph editor, you look for it right up here in the Windows menu right here. And I'll show you where it is. You just click on Windows and then animation editors, and then graph editor, and that'll open this up right here. So yeah, we were true to today's title, and we did not forget the arcs, and we see what difference they can make. And it definitely brings more life into the character, and you use it obviously for more than just the head. You use it for the movements on the arms and the movements all over, pretty much all over the body, just to, like I said, give it the nice sort of animated character touch to it. It makes it look a little bit more, slightly more exaggerated, but more just more fun to watch. So anyways, that's the lesson for right now, and I will see you next time, okay? Thank you for watching.